so many people that were affected by this. And all the people that I have on Facebook, 8 out of 10 posts is somebody that was lost.
An entire town reeling, mourning the loss of 21 children and teachers. The people of Uvalde gathered last night for a vigil honoring the victims in the Robb Elementary shooting. We have heard so many stories about what was lost on that tragic day.
Adriana de Alba has spent the past couple of days in Uvalde. She's been getting to know the town and some of the victims' families, and we have learned so much more about those lives lost. Adriana.
Yeah, it's heavy. All of it is heavy. As you talk to these families and you feel, just a fraction of the pain that they're in. But let me tell you, yesterday, the Fairgrounds Arena was filled. Every seat was filled. People came together to remember those who died, and they prayed. They prayed for the kids. They prayed for families, for the community, people affected by this tragedy.
We started looking around on Facebook, and then I realized that all the people I knew were dead now.
What do you mean, baby? How many?
I knew all of them.
She knew all of them. Just heartbreaking to hear such a young girl has already had to go through such terror, and she was one of the lucky ones. She'll get to grow up. Too many of her classmates won't have that opportunity. I spoke with Nelda Lugo. She told me she feels like her granddaughter, 9-year-old Ellie Garcia, will walk through the front door again, but she won't. And she is one of the 19 children who died on Tuesday.
Siempre que llegaba. Hi, Grandma, I love you.
Todavía no se siente real. It still doesn't feel real.
No creo que sea realidad esto.
When you get out of work.
She told me she wonders if Ellie suffered in her final moments, but she tries to remember her for being the sweet little girl that she was. People in this community are wondering why. Why did this have to happen, and why here? We're going to talk about in the next 30 minutes the latest on the shooting, as well as what law enforcement officials, investigators have learned about the man responsible for this.
All right, thank you, Adriana. And this tragedy is again putting the gun control debate front and center, and the anger is cutting across party lines. In a tense moment, Democratic candidate for governor Beto O'Rourke interrupted Governor Greg Abbott's news conference yesterday.
This isn't the place to talk this over.
This is totally predictable when you...
Sir, you're out of line.
O'Rourke said that red flag laws, universal background checks, and safe storage requirements would reduce gun violence. The governor shot back, saying there are family members crying as we speak, and every Texan needs to put their personal agendas aside. All of this is happening just days before the National Rifle Association's annual convention, right here in Texas. Former President Trump, Governor Abbott, and Senator Ted Cruz are all scheduled to speak in Houston. The NRA did tweet it will reflect on the shooting and pray for the victims. Singer Don McLean canceled his concert at the convention, saying it would be, quote, disrespectful and hurtful to perform.